All right, you guys, this is the Unit 5 end of unit test. Let's do awesome on it. Try every single problem. Do your very best. So number 1, in a game show, players play multiple rounds to score points. Each round has triple as many points available as the previous round. Circle the equation which shows the number of points available if players start with 25 points in round N of the game show. So one of these is the correct answer. You'll circle which one. So is it f of x equals 3n, f of x equals 3 times 25n, or f of x equals 25 times 3n? So remember, each round is tripling, and they start with 25 points. Number 2. These equations represent the number of bacteria in 3 different dishes as a function of time, t in days. Circle the equations which represent populations that are decreasing. So make sure we're looking at our multiplier and circling the ones that are decreasing. Number 3. A new online music service has a collection of 1,500 songs. It expects to triple the number of songs each year for the next few years. Write a function that gives the number of songs available after X years. So, writing a function. Remember, we're not so worried about the f of x equals, but if you want to start it with f of x equals, you can. Otherwise, you can just start it with the first number in your equation. Number 4, Jada saw a music video that her favorite artist recently posted online. The function v of x equals 320 times 4x represents the number of views of the video x days since Jada saw the video. Find v of -2, v of -1, and v of 0. So you can put your answers right in these little boxes. This space is just in case you want to rewrite your equation with the x changed. So if you wanted to actually show the work, it's okay if you don't show the work though, because it's really just calculator work where you're putting in these numbers for the x. Then it says, what does v of 2 represent in this situation? So what does that -2 mean? So remember that in this we're talking about days since Jada saw the video. So that'll help you with part of this answer. And these are just words. Number 5. A city's population increases by 5% each year. Its population today is 300,000. Write an equation that represents the population of this city after X years. So if it's increasing by 5%, remember there's some math that we have to do before we can write the equation, before we can write that multiplier. And again, you can go ahead if you want to put the f of x equals, you can, but we don't necessarily require that. So then it says, what will its population be in 2 years? So when x is 2. So you're doing like the same thing that you did for this equation, but whatever equation you write here, now your little x, like the exponent, you're going to change to 2 and solve. So this one you're going to be solving. Number 6, a bank account has $100 in it. Write a function that shows that it is decreasing by 15% each year for X years. So this is just like number 5, except we're talking about decreasing. So there's that math that you have to do before you even write the function. And you can start with f of x if you want, or remember, you don't necessarily have to. We're not super concerned about that. All right, the next page. All right, number 7. A new computer loses 1/3 of its value every year. Circle which graph could represent the relationship between the year and the computer's value. So circle one of these graphs that's showing that it's losing 1/3. of its value each year. Number 8, the milligrams of aspirin in a person's body is given by the equation A of x equals 500 times 3/4 x, where x is the number of hours since the patient took the medicine. So part A, you're going to complete the table right here and graph the equation for the values of t between 0 and 4. So these are our x's, so we're just doing calculator work, filling these zeros in for these x's and seeing what our amounts are. And then when we're talking about graphing it, when you're at 0 hours, whatever answer you get here, you're gonna just go up to where that answer is, put a dot. At 1 hour, whatever your answer is here, go up where it is, put a dot. 2 hours, go up where your answer is, like over here, put a dot. Same for 3 and 4, and then you'll just connect the dots. And if you have any questions about the graphing, you can come up and ask me. So then part B says, how much aspirin will be in the patient's body after 2 hours? I don't know why they have this question, to be honest, but all you're doing is taking your answer from this 2 hours and bringing it down here. Part C says, in the equation, what does the 500 tell us about the situation? So you can either look at where you have 500 written here or where 500 is shown on your graph, or you can look at what the 500 is in your equation. And what does that tell us? These are words. It is the blank, blank. And then D, in the equation, what does that 3/4 tell us about the situation? We talked about this a lot, and especially yesterday in our warm-up and on the review, what that fraction tells us. All right, and then the last page, you lucky duckies, like I told you, we already did this together.